round of applause. We haven't clapped for you guys yet. Congratulations, we've made it almost through the first half of the Trump era, the Trump occupancy. The subtext of every headline for the past 2 years, as we all know, has just been like, quick, get your abortions in your refrigerators while you still can. It's a weird time, guys. But we're starting to pay attention, which is great. We're starting to notice more things. I've noticed that restaurants have noticed that white people, we love our food so much more when it's delivered with like a sonic emphasis spoken word poem, right? And it's just like fake words and then like languages misused, right? Like, and they have a card. I have a card too. I'm gonna read off of it. So you drop your plate and they're like, welcome, sir. And here's your Descartes saffron souffle with a toodaloo tart and a bath of creamed hipster-grown avocados sourced from the dumpster garden in the alley out back. Harley Jameson lives here and he grew this avocado just for you. To accompany your souffle, the chef has prepared cinnamon-toasted sphincter croutons braised in a sunflower sandalia profile reduction meant to conjure bittersweet memories of your childhood and make you wish you called your mom more. And here, in this ramekin, baby toes, like actual baby toes. Wild-crafted, organically raised, and best enjoyed barefoot. Do take off your socks and shoes. We're family here now, we'll sign the paperwork later. Do enjoy your happy menu choices and your good life choices. Doesn't it taste better? No, it's a weird time. This is great too. A lot of us women, we are really starting to pay attention to our bodies more. We're going back to old herbal remedies. We're trying out alternative remedies. It's great. We know that now, like, if you're a little itchy, you can totally pop a clove of garlic up there, and it's gonna take away the itch right away. Do not try it for chlamydia. It doesn't work. I tried. I took the pills. It's okay. We're fine now. No one's gonna catch anything. Where was I? No, it's a weird time too. I really do feel though, with all of these alternative herbal remedies and everything, if you tell me it's the new yoga and you present something with even a touch of logic, you could get me to put any number of odd things in my vagina. In sincerity, like new yoga, great, I'm in. It's gonna tone my triceps, it's gonna be awesome. Whole armies of woke ladies. So this is a funny thing. I started getting recognized just every once in a while, and it's nice. But it always goes like this, and it's some girl that's like, oh, hey, I think I know you from somewhere. Where do I know you? And I was like, well, I live here in Telluride, but, I'm a comic. And they're like, yeah, that might be it. And I was like, bunch of awkward stuff about my twat. And they're like, yes, oh my God, yes, that was it. That's how I'm known. I have a dear friend who actually made it. Like, he's gotten famous, and now he's kind of freaked out, because he's like, well, I don't know if they're hanging out with me because I'm famous and I have money, or like, they really are my friend, and I'm trying to relate like an asshole, and I'm just like, yeah, totally, I really get that. But, and I'm just like, well, I don't know if people want to hang out with me, because like, I'm like a nice person, or I'm a comic, or like, I was just really drunk on Thursday and shirtless and really into hugging. Not sure. And he's like, thanks, that doesn't help. Because let's face it, I live in a town of 3,000 people. I'm horrible at social media. I have like 2 followers. One of them is a guy that I should have gotten a restraining order against. The other one's a bear. They're both just in it because I smell like food. It's great. Let's see here. I have this new set, so sorry for these weird notes. Oh, let's talk about this. Okay, can we have a chat about this phrase just so we can all learn this in an easier way than how I learned it? I'm gonna pick on you and I'm gonna be really gentle. I will, I promise. Do you know what the phrase Netflix and chill means? Netflix and chill, do we know what that phrase means? Netflix, okay, here's a hint. Not what it sounds like. Pro tip, it means fucking. Don't invite everybody over from work to Netflix and chill. They will not come over, and if they do, they're the fucking weirdos you don't want in your apartment. Where are we? No, I love the American Southwest. This is so cool to be here, because we're all a bunch of weirdos, right? It's so good. I was looking at a map the other day. Utah has a place called Cheesebox Canyon. You are bananas. Go to the doctor. Get that checked out. Don't like name something after it. Get your ass to the clinic. You're insane. Jam bands. We're going to talk about jam bands for a second. They are very big in the American Southwest here in town. I haven't seen, if you know me, what did you say, boo? Yeah, same with me. I hate them. I was just going to talk about it. I was like, if you know me, you know that I fucking hate jam bands. I haven't seen music in this town in 10 years. I've maintained for many years. There are not enough drugs in the world to make a jam band okay. Thank you. I love that I have all these backers. Why aren't you guys bringing more music in? But Widespread Panic was just here for the last festival, and it was like, great, Widespread Panic is this huge band, never gonna go there. I thought you were giving the finger to me, and I was like, yeah, me too, Widespread Panic. That's how I feel about Panic. She wasn't. She was really nice. She was just itching her nose. But Widespread Panic is this jam band. There aren't enough drugs in the world to be okay with it. Right? Thank you. Praise. Yes. So, but a dear friend came into town and was like, hey, I love Widespread Panic. They're my favorite. It's so good. Please come with me. And I was like, okay, fine. And you know what, guys? I learned something. I learned that I was wrong. There are enough drugs in the world to make this okay. I had a fucking blast. It was amazing. I love, after festivals, I really love getting onto buses, like the last bus of the night, right? And so it's like all the drunk tourists who are just like recently freed from suburbia by Telluride, and they're just like, I feel so good. But I live in Lawson, so at nighttime, the Lawson bus turns into the bus where you have to enter through the back door, which is just rife for material for these recently freed suburbanites. It is so good to them, and they just like, you can't go in through the side door, so they like climb in through the back door of the bus, and they're just like, oh, rear entry, this is great. Ooh, baby, rear entry, I love this. Just illusion after illusion, and I just pop that bubble and I go, it looks like you need more anal in your life. I'm gonna coach you through it. You're gonna take a deep breath in and you're gonna take a breath out and you're gonna act like you're breathing out through your asshole and just let it happen. And you're gonna remember, lube is love. Lube is love. And then I shared that tip, and the lady that was there really wasn't happy. She's like, well, I can tell by the way you're talking, and you don't have any children on this bus. And I said, no, honey, you can't get pregnant that way. I sometimes do that joke when my parents come to open mics in Denver, and then the open mic runner's like, okay, well, give her parents a hand for listening to that. Okay, so Telluride is so great because we're so athletic. There's so many like beautiful, dreamy, strong, athletic people. Do we have runners in the house? Yeah, okay, we've got some runners. That's good. I also run. It does not look the same as when you do it. Like you can't physically see the demons that I'm out running. But you know, if you see me do it, you're like, wow, some part of her life or sanity really depends on that. When I run, I look like my ancestors, like all my recent ancestors are just, when they run, they're doing it because they're like drunk, urgent, and like trying to get away from the cops. Oh, that usually goes better. Oh, well. I was like, no, my grandpa, anyway. Redirecting. So I have some new things in my life. I moved to Lawson. This is cool. I love living in Lawson. All my friends are there. It's really nice. And this is big. For those of you who have never seen me perform, you're not going to give a shit about it. But for all the rest of you guys that have been watching me perform for 6 years, and know that my entire comedy career is based on me being a single lady and like just fucking up, just being like an elegant slut. You guys, this weird thing happened. I got a boyfriend. Thank you. Oh, someone sat. That's nice. No, it's kind of weird. It's like, oh, I like let him into this area code. Like he lives in this country. We don't sleep with other people. This is kind of like, whoa, this is crazy. And I love him. I'm so in love with him. He's so amazing. And I love him for so many reasons, but one of them is that he can keep up. He can hang with me. And there's nothing worse than a performer who's always on, but comedians are kind of known for it. Like, we're always running bits and we're kind of the worst. But he does it too. It's the best. We do this fake exasperation thing we both do. Like, we went out of town, we were gonna go play disc golf, and we went back to the hotel room to grab the disc. I don't know sports discs. I don't know, I just pretend to be like, look, I'm like winging something. I'm trying, it's A for effort on that one, but anyway, we go back to grab the things, and then he was like, oh, I forgot to tell you, while I was at the cafe, I met this really cool couple, and I invited them to come to disc golf with us. And I said, oh, that's so great, because I forgot to tell you that I just dropped acid 20 minutes ago. Okay, cool. So we're hiking up to the course. A course, right? Course, okay. It's like, again, I'm just in it to like try. But we're hiking up to the thing, and it's coming on kind of strong, and I was like, baby, I gotta run. I like really need to run right now. He's like, yeah, Marissa, do it. You got it. Just go for it. Like, took off like an ancestor, just NASCAR watching, drunk, and trying to get out of a DUI. And this couple's kind of nervous, like they don't know us, and we're in the woods. I'm just like running. And they go, man, she's like fast. She's like really into running. And he looks at him totally flat, totally deadpan. He goes, I know, never pick up hitchhikers. I got him though, the other side. We were going to dinner at the Sheridan, and I'm trying to get a table, and it's kind of a last minute thing on a busy weekend. And so we walk in, and we're talking to this sweet hostess who couldn't have been older than 19 years old. Definitely didn't know what to do. When he was like, we're celebrating. She goes, what are we celebrating? And he goes, I won my softball game. And I was like, yeah, which is cool, and oh, that's a great thing to celebrate, great. But then I look at her and I go, yeah, sidebar, I'm pregnant. To all of our family and friends, I'm not pregnant, just kidding. I'm not actually pregnant. So I do see what I suspect to be is like, I can't see the testicles, but I assume a lot of you have them. So this is, I don't know, like just guessing. There are a few, right? You can't be wrong on that one. No, this is the part of the show where I give unsolicited advice to men. Because I love men so much. I do, and I just feel like we need to talk about a couple of things. And just say them out loud, and everybody's lives will be better. Number one, know if you're a winker. Like, nothing sexier, right, than like a little wink. Like, oh yeah, that's cute. But like, if it looks like you're having a seizure, like check that out in the mirror in advance. Are you a seizure winker? Like, we want to know, because if you do the seizure wink, and we aren't sure what we're doing. I'm like, are you flirting with me, or do you just sit on your own testicles? Sidebar, can we sit on our own testicles? There's always that guy in the back who's like, yep. That's my favorite part of that joke. So, yep, up next, hammer pants. Those pants that we come back with when we come back from Southeast Asia. It's like elastic, and then they're the poofy pants, right? And they are very comfortable, guys, but guys, I gotta tell you, I can see every wrinkle of your penis through that shit. And it's a lot. It's just a lot to like be able to count them, you know? And the fabric, let's talk about the fabric allowance down to the knees. That's a bit optimistic, don't we think? Cool out, man. If you need a fabric allowance for your junk, down to your knees, you're an elephant, or you need to call a goddamn doctor. Or a talent agent for a very particular genre of film. No more saying, you look tired. Someone should take a nap. Don't ever tell anybody that they look tired. Like, you hold it in, and I'll hold it in like, hey, looks like somebody let their coke dealer give them a perm. You should stop letting people do that. I don't say it, you don't say it. Deal? Check the beard. Check the beard. I know they're very in vogue and they help a lot in the wintertime in a mountain town. But keep them trim, keep them clean, okay? Because if not, like it's like ruining a beautiful thing. You have that majestic jawline and then you go and like staple the pelt of a meth-addicted hamster to it. You can stand by on that. We can all do without that. We cool? Thank you. How about chapstick? Gentlemen, chapstick is for the lips. Okay? If you need more moisturizer, it's okay. We all buy separate moisturizers. It does not need to go up the nostril, out to the ear. It should not look like you were hammered when you put it on. I'm all about your sloppy mouth if you've freshly gone down on me. But if not, I want you to relax on that shit, Ronald McDonald clown mouth. If your aim is that bad on your own face, I can only imagine what you're gonna do to my toilet seat in the middle of the night. And never do to my clitoris. How about washing the balls? Can we wash the balls a little bit more often than they did in the Dark Ages? If you knew how bad they smell sometimes, guys. I'm down here for you. I don't have a secret G-spot in the back of my throat. I'm here for you. If you knew how bad it was, you'd give me a big award or a donut or something. More often than the Dark Ages would be great. All right, and this one, this phrase, let's stop using this phrase. Let's all agree on this. This phrase of like, oh yeah, like boobs are so fun. If I had boobs, I'd never stop playing with them. They're so fun. I'd never leave the house if I had boobs. Stop saying that. 3 things. Number 1, shut the fuck up. I'm late all the time. And if you keep talking that way, people are gonna put 2 and 2 together. Number 2, oh wait, it's okay. Number 2, if boobs are fun, you should try the lower level of that bunk bed. It is amazing down here. The whole ecosystem awaiting. Number 3, yeah, I was late tonight. Please don't smell my fingers. Have a lovely night!